Introduction to James Madison. Early life and education. James Madison hailed from a prominent Virginia family, receiving a rigorous education that laid the groundwork for his future endeavors in politics and governance. Born into a plantation-owning family, Madison's upbringing exposed him to the complexities of Virginia society and the broader colonial landscape. Political career beginnings. Madison's entry into politics came during the tumultuous years leading up to the American Revolution. Inspired by Enlightenment ideals and the fervor for independence, he emerged as a vocal advocate for colonial rights and self-determination, setting the stage for his later contributions to American governance. Contributions to American politics. Role in drafting the United States Constitution. Madison's crowning achievement came as a primary architect of the United States Constitution. His keen intellect and deep understanding of political theory were instrumental in shaping the foundational document of the fledgling nation. As a delegate to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, Madison's proposals and compromises helped bridge divergent interests and forge a durable framework for democratic governance. Advocacy for the Bill of Rights. Madison's commitment to individual liberties and democratic principles extended beyond the Constitution's ratification. Recognizing the need to safeguard fundamental rights against potential government overreach, he championed the inclusion of a Bill of Rights, ensuring essential protections for citizens against arbitrary power and tyranny. Presidency of James Madison. Key events during his presidency. Madison's presidency, spanning from 1809 to 1817, was marked by a series of significant events that tested the young nation's resolve and unity. From diplomatic challenges to domestic conflicts, his leadership was put to the test in navigating the complexities of early American statecraft. Handling of the War of 1812. One of the defining moments of Madison's presidency was the War of 1812, a conflict that pitted the United States against Britain in a struggle for maritime supremacy and national sovereignty. Despite initial setbacks and challenges, Madison's steadfast leadership guided the nation through a trying period, ultimately securing a peace treaty that affirmed American sovereignty and territorial integrity. Legacy and impact. Influence on American political thought. James Madison's intellectual contributions continue to resonate in American political discourse, shaping debates on federalism, separation of powers, and individual rights. His insights into the nature of governance and the dynamics of democracy remain essential touchstones for scholars and policymakers alike. Historical significance and recognition. Madison's legacy as a founding father and statesman is enshrined in the annals of American history, with numerous institutions, landmarks, and commemorations honoring his enduring contributions to the nation's founding ideals. From educational institutions to public memorials, his name remains synonymous with the ideals of liberty, justice, and democratic governance. Personal life of James Madison. Marriage to Dolly Madison. Behind James Madison's public persona was a private life marked by love and companionship. His marriage to Dolly Madison, a vibrant and influential figure in her own right, provided a supportive partnership that complemented his political pursuits and endeavors. Interests and hobbies. Beyond his political responsibilities, Madison was known for his diverse interests and intellectual pursuits. From avid reading to agricultural experimentation, he cultivated a rich tapestry of hobbies and pastimes that reflected his curiosity and creativity. James Madison's ideals and beliefs. Views on democracy and governance. Central to Madison's political philosophy was a deep-seated belief in the principles of representative democracy and constitutional governance. His writings and speeches underscored the importance of civic engagement, popular sovereignty, and the rule of law as essential pillars of a free and prosperous society. Stance on states' rights versus federal power. Madison's nuanced views on federalism and states' rights reflected the complexities of American governance in an era of rapid expansion and transformation. While advocating for a strong federal union, he also championed the sovereignty of individual states, seeking a delicate balance between centralized authority and local autonomy. Criticism and controversies. Opposition to Madison's policies. Despite his considerable contributions to American governance, James Madison faced criticism and opposition during his political career. From detractors of the Constitution to opponents of his wartime policies, he weathered challenges and controversies with resilience and resolve. Assessing his leadership during the War of 1812. The War of 1812, often viewed as a contentious chapter in American history, raised questions about Madison's leadership and decision-making. Critics pointed to setbacks and failures during the conflict, prompting scrutiny of his handling of military affairs and diplomatic negotiations. Historical context of James Madison's era. Political landscape of the late 18th and early 19th centuries. James Madison's political career unfolded against the backdrop of a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. From the aftermath of the American Revolution to the challenges of nation-building, he navigated the complexities of power and governance in an era of profound transformation. Challenges facing the young United States. The fledgling United States faced a myriad of challenges during Madison's lifetime, from external threats to internal divisions. Economic turmoil, territorial expansion, and ideological clashes tested the resilience of the young republic, underscoring the need for visionary leadership and pragmatic solutions. Madison's intellectual contributions. The Federalist Papers. Madison's collaboration with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay yielded the Federalist Papers, a seminal collection of essays that laid out the rationale for the proposed Constitution. His eloquent defenses of Republican government and constitutional principles helped sway public opinion and shape the course of American history. Insights on the separation of powers. As a student of political theory and governance, Madison offered profound insights into the dynamics of separation of powers and checks and balances. His advocacy for a robust system of institutional restraints and counterbalances reflected a keen awareness of the dangers of unchecked authority and concentrated power. Comparison with other founding fathers. Contrasting Madison with figures like Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton. James Madison's political philosophy and approach to governance differed from those of his contemporaries, such as Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton. While sharing common goals and aspirations for the new republic, they diverged in their visions for the future of American democracy, leading to debates and disagreements that shaped the course of the nation's history. Collaborations and conflicts with fellow framers. Madison's relationships with fellow founding fathers were characterized by collaboration, cooperation, and occasional conflict. From the drafting of the Constitution to the formulation of key policies, his interactions with figures like Jefferson, Hamilton, and John Adams underscored the complexities of political alliances and ideological differences in shaping the young nation's destiny. Madison's lasting influence. Impact on modern governance and constitutional interpretation. James Madison's legacy extends far beyond his own lifetime, exerting a profound influence on modern governance and constitutional interpretation. His writings and ideas continue to inform debates on issues ranging from executive power to civil liberties, serving as a guiding beacon for scholars, jurists, and policymakers alike. Relevance of Madisonian principles in contemporary politics. In an era marked by political polarization and institutional challenges, Madison's principles of pluralism, deliberation, and constitutionalism offer valuable insights into the enduring dilemmas of democratic governance. As societies grapple with complex issues of representation, accountability, and civic engagement, his vision of a dynamic and resilient republic remains as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Educational and cultural commemorations. Institutions named after James Madison. James Madison's legacy is commemorated through numerous educational institutions, including universities, libraries, and research centers dedicated to the study of American history and political science. These institutions serve as living testaments to his enduring contributions to the intellectual and cultural life of the nation. Depictions in popular media and literature. From biographies to documentaries, James Madison's life and legacy have been the subject of numerous works of popular media and literature. Whether portrayed as a visionary statesman or a flawed human figure, his story continues to captivate audiences around the world, inspiring new generations to explore the complexities of American democracy. Rediscovering James Madison. Recent scholarly re-evaluations of Madison's presidency. In recent years, scholars have undertaken fresh assessments of James Madison's presidency, seeking to shed new light on his leadership, policies, and legacy. Through meticulous research and interdisciplinary inquiry, these studies offer nuanced perspectives on Madison's contributions to American politics and governance. Public awareness campaigns and initiatives. Efforts to raise public awareness about James Madison's life and legacy continue to proliferate, with initiatives ranging from educational programs to commemorative events. By highlighting his role in shaping the nation's founding principles and institutions, these campaigns seek to ensure that Madison's contributions are not forgotten in the annals of American history. Exploring Madisonian democracy. Applications of Madison's ideas in current political discourse. The enduring relevance of Madisonian democracy is evident in contemporary political discourse, where debates over federalism, separation of powers, and individual rights continue to shape public policy and governance. As policymakers grapple with complex challenges in an increasingly interconnected world, Madison's insights offer valuable lessons for navigating the complexities of democratic governance in the 21st century. Challenges to implementing Madisonian principles. While Madison's ideas remain influential, implementing his vision of democratic governance poses significant challenges in a rapidly changing world. From the rise of populist movements to the erosion of institutional norms, the dynamics of modern politics present formidable obstacles to realizing the full potential of Madisonian democracy, underscoring the need for ongoing vigilance and civic engagement. Conclusion. In conclusion, James Madison stands as a towering figure in American history, whose contributions to the nation's founding principles and institutions continue to resonate in the 21st century. From his pivotal role in drafting the United States Constitution to his enduring advocacy for individual liberties and democratic governance, Madison's legacy endures as a testament to the enduring power of ideas and ideals in shaping the course of human history. Unique FAQs. Was James Madison the primary author of the United States Constitution? 1. While James Madison played a central role in drafting the Constitution, it was a collaborative effort involving many delegates to the Constitutional Convention. What were James Madison's views on slavery? 1. James Madison wrestled with the issue of slavery throughout his life, expressing ambivalence and contradictions in his beliefs and actions. Did James Madison have any children? 1. James Madison and his wife, Dolly Madison, did not have any children of their own, but Dolly had a son from a previous marriage whom Madison helped raise. What was James Madison's relationship with Thomas Jefferson? 1. James Madison and Thomas Jefferson shared a close personal and political friendship, collaborating on numerous projects and sharing similar political ideologies. How did James Madison's presidency influence American foreign policy? 1. James Madison's presidency was marked by significant foreign policy challenges, including the War of 1812, which shaped American attitudes towards international relations and national defense.